Hello, family too important. Hadn't been around in a while. I've been out of pocket, but made it back. So it's thought I would come on tonight and do a little something. I hope you've been all right. While I was gone, I did one live video, but I was finding it to be a bit difficult. I was in my van and I had carried too much stuff. But it was I had a great trip. That King Richard's Renaissance Festival up in Carver, Massachusetts. I worked Labor Day weekend. And man, I met a lot of neat people. And it was so much fun. And then then I actually, on that Tuesday, I drove out to Cape Cod. I'd never been out there, and wow, what just a neat place. And I took my bicycle and did some riding. And then was able to go, let's see, I went back to Plymouth, Massachusetts, and then doing good, Rainbow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all your comments while I was gone on those other videos, and sorry I haven't been able to be live, but yeah, it was just great. And I slept in my van for about 12 consecutive nights. I was living in the van, so you know, it was kind of fun. It's easy to live in a vehicle when you know that you've got when you have a home. And but I'll tell you what, it was. But I am glad to be back tonight in my own bed. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway. Let's see. I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. How about that? Oh, let's see. So I'm going to start with the word longer. Yes. I hear the train. I hear the train a-coming. I will no longer fight. I kind of messed that up. I will. Ooh. Now that's a little odd, but that's what it is. I will no longer. You know, I really like our train, actually. I know some people don't necessarily, but I'm kind of a train guy. And it's, you know, we don't live right on top of it, although, I mean, we live downtown, but we're not right on top of it. But you hear them, you know. I will no longer fight. For what doesn't matter. Interested people are driving trains at night. Yeah. I've always kind of longed to ride in one of those engines. I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. I'm a little out of, not warmed up. Let's see. I will no longer fight for yeah, I enjoy, I don't mind driving, you know. But wow, I am glad to kind of just, much as I enjoyed it, it's nice to be home and in my own bed. Well, I was in my own bed. I did stay in my own bed. I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. But I release the worry of whether people agree or not. I release the worry. I'm glad you're back, Rainbow. I release the worry. Of whether people agree or not. I'm getting a little funky here. Of whether there was a, let's see, love that. You did 2 quotes like this earlier. Awesome. You know, people do. I mean, they'll notice them, you know, they're handwritten. And yeah, I think that's awesome that you're going to do that. I actually, so I've done that before where I've got a little of that in me, Rainbow. But I've actually set like on a gas pump, like I've put something on a pump, you know, and sat in my car and watched people pick it up. It's kind of fun. One of those little hidden, I guess when you're bored, I don't know, but it's a kind of a sweet thing to do. I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. I release the worry of whether people agree or not. Yes. However that looks. Or I got to see a lot of good friends. I don't know why this is bothering me. There's so much space I left between I will no longer, so I'm going to put some dots in there. But, yeah, I just got to hang out with some folks over in, a friend of mine over in Nashville and Asheville, and you know, made some friends up in Massachusetts. Met some really nice people up there. So I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. I release the worry of whether people agree or not. I will not chase. I will not. I will not. I will not chase. Every. I will not chase every. Every new gadget. You find yourself doing that? Gotta have the latest. I will not chase every new gadget or burden myself with. I'll use a smaller market. Or burden myself burden myself with. Just kind of lay it on there, just like that. Or burden myself with what? With perfect. I will not burden myself with perfect. No siree. I will show up with what I have. I will show up with what I have. Less is more, you're right. I will show up and doggone it, people like me. I will not chase every new gadget or burden myself with perfect. I will show up I will show up with what I have. I'm going to have to get it to be smaller. Let's see. Or burden myself with perfect. I will show up with what I have, and I will play it with heart. My bills will be paid. My work will be steady. My bills will be paid. My work will be steady. Not to worry. Will be steady. Trusting. Trusting in the Lord. Trusting in the Lord. I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. I release the worry of whether people agree or not. I will not chase every new gadget or burden myself with, quote, perfect. I will show up with what I have, and I will play it with heart. My bills will be paid. My work will be steady. Trusting in the Lord. I choose to relax. I choose. Thank you, my friend. I choose to relax. I choose to enjoy life. I choose to enjoy life. Ooh, gotta draw that E apart. That's a long E. I choose to enjoy life. I choose to live fully. I choose to live fully. Fully. With everything. I'm going to run out of space. With everything that's classic. I choose to live fully with everything that's within me. Everything already within me. With everything already within me. That's what I'll say. Already. Hey, Mr. Andy. Welcome, my friend. I choose to live fully with everything already within me. Just like that. Yeah. So thank you, my friend. Perfect. I appreciate it. I will no longer, it says I will no longer fight for what doesn't matter. I release the worry. I release the worry. Letting it go of whether people agree or not. It can get tricky, you know. I will not chase. I will not chase every new gadget or burden myself with perfect. Does not have to be perfect. So I made it back to Texas after this trip. I mean, I don't know how many states I went through. It's good to be home, though. Good to be back in Texas. Good to go to the Full Cup tomorrow and see my neighbors. Sit at the table with my neighbors and drink some coffee. I like that you got to enjoy yourself. Well, thank you. I'm glad to be live again. I really missed doing it. I really was living it up. I had my bicycle, and I don't regret taking that at all. But it did kind of limit my space. I wasn't as mobile inside there as I would have enjoyed. But everything I took, most of it I really used. I did take a guitar, and I didn't play the guitar as much as I would have enjoyed, but I got to draw people at the what is it called? The King Richard's Fair. And it, by the way, this fair goes on until it's in Carver, Massachusetts, and the King Richard's Fair goes through October 18th. And and they're going to have Lo. She's going to be drawing the whole time, and then each week they have a different artist in there. And such as myself, I got to work Labor Day, and met some folks. People get passionate about that. And of course, I had to kind of dress the part too. And do you know what strange I could practice more, but I find it's hard for me to think, long quote, when doing them in this format. I need to write them out as I normally would write a letter. Traveling sounds like really fun. Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of times, like when I'll write things. Somebody will ask for something, and I'll go and I might write it out first and just get an idea of the spacing. But you know, I'm not going to copy what I did the first time. It just kind of gives you a sense for how your letters are going to do, and we're all a little bit different. You know, it's okay to do it the way you're talking about. And but if you don't quite, if it doesn't seem as though it's turning out right, I just hope you'll just finish and follow through with it. That's the key, I believe. So I got down to chase every new gadget or burden myself with perfect. I got halfway through. I will show up with what I have. I will show up with what I have, and I will play it with heart. My bills will be paid. You know, it's just saying, don't worry about that, you know. My work will be steady. I'm trusting in the Lord. I choose to relax. I choose to enjoy life. I choose to live fully with everything already within me. Well, let's see. What do I have up here? I've not completely unloaded my car, so some of my stuff is in there, but I guess I'll just put a little of this. I think what are you saying, Rainbow? I think at a guess you do what you enjoy and love, and in turn takes care of you. When we do what we love, things fall into place. I'm with you on that. I didn't see some of your other stuff. I saw posts. Yes, I need to write it out. Just not my style or how it comes naturally to me, I guess. Yeah, you just do it. You just do it how it feels good. If you need to write it out first, then do it. Okay, I'm going to add just a little blue. And just the first thing I found, I don't know that that's the... Of course, I tend to... It's a little darker than I want it to be, I think. But I tend to be blue. I tend to pick blue for some reason. Is it because I'm blue? I don't feel blue tonight. I don't feel blue. Do you feel blue? What to do if we feel blue? What do you do? I do stuff like this, actually. I really I take walks. I ride my bicycle. Sometimes I just have to make myself do it, you know, if I'm really kind of in a funk or something. Thank you, Andy. Man, I'm glad I know you, Andy. And I just love the connection with my wife. Love it. Love it. The Indiana connection. Life is something. It is something. If I think about life too hard, it kind of, I just have to I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, my friends. It's so good to hang out with you again. And Rainbow, thank you. Andy, thank you so much. I always appreciate y'all, your support and your comments. It's all of y'all tonight. And family too important. Who else? Controller guy, Daniel Berry. Yeah. Well, listen, I will sign off for tonight, and if all goes well, then I'll come on in the morning. I've got some things I've got to do, and then I get to go down to Waco to visit with a friend and do some other stuff along the way. So it's going to be a good. I know it's going to be a great day. I know it. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Get some sleep if you choose. Sometimes I don't want to go to sleep. You know what I mean? That's the way I operate. So I'll sign off, and until we meet again on the other side tomorrow. Good night, everybody.